Hello. Currently I have this pulled up, ready to push play. This is iceberg A23a. The second A is in lowercase, but since Hello. Currently I have this pulled up. Do not like hearing myself while I'm streaming, that's for sure. Sorry about that. Now I will push play. It's too fast, I'm going to slow it down. Half. Yeah. Here we see sorry. I thought this was up high. I don't know if it came apart or came to pieces. Currently looking at the last able to get shots of this monster 80-kilometer wide iceberg just wandering into the Scotia Sea. It is a massive body of fresh water that's meeting warmer salt water. Currently it's in the sea, but where it can go from there is an entirely new body of water that's supporting it. It could be the end of it there, but there's something about sea level, literally the sea level of the Scotia Sea, and this being able to be a giant ice cube displacing lots of water within that bowl. You don't want that to suddenly go out. That will be disastrous for especially marine ecologies. The uplift of colder, faster water on the bottom, top, it would be detrimental. What we're seeing here is this thing is 80 kilometers wide, 50 miles wide, and it's been spinning, rotating and rotating and rotating. After the incident with the South Shetland Islands, which I am certain this caused an earthquake, because as soon as this thing made contact with seafloor, there was an earthquake that was enormous, and this thing stood there for days. And then now it hasn't stopped, and it's pretty clear of a lot of neighboring islands for a while, depending on where it gets caught up in. Because it might not be going on its way north. It might be slowly rotating into a northeast kind of picture, heading towards the South Georgian Islands. Now, it is a monster of an iceberg, and it is curiously venturing on into areas that normally never see icebergs. There's a lot of sea ice that has been broken up lately, and a lot of loss of sea ice concentration that we occasionally view. But we're trying to keep this to iceberg A23a. Now, That's better. And the second A is lowercase, A23a. This is a side-by-side comparison of a high-quality satellite grab compared to the 10-minute intervals that we're seeing. It's wait for it to get in the frame. Still in that same position. Be lofting. I mean, it's huge. It would take a very long time to get around this. And this gets into the South Atlantic. This has caused a lot of problems with shipping, especially since the Red Sea has had some issues, and so has the Panama Canal with drought as well. You don't want to add these huge icebergs that are floating into open ocean, into the way of kind of any kind of ship, cargo ship, cruise ship. And that's what is currently, but it's surrounded by a lot of ice. The latest scan of the day shows the iceberg here, A23a, really way higher north than where it was previously, where it ran into these islands. Now it's free, but the way it moves, I mean, there's no telling where it's going to wind up. It's very unpredictable. That's why we've been following it and doing these incremental updates. Well, thank you for liking the stream and subscribing to the channel. It helps me out immensely. I will be cutting the stream short here, as all the new information that we have on A23a, and it is gloriously in shot here. It is massive. Can't tell if these are their stress marks on it, but it's had a lot of rotation. That's a lot of weight water, solid water, frozen ice, moving around, jostling. That causes this to rotate even faster. Warmer waters get introduced quicker into the areas around the iceberg, causing a great melt to happen. Not saying that this thing is going to melt down and cause, sea level rise, because it might go back to Antarctica. There's no telling exactly where this thing is going to go. If it goes back home and winds up frozen somewhere, great. But if it continues its journey northeast into warmer waters, especially if it goes northwest, it's towards the Falkland Islands, this thing might need to be taken care of by humans in the near future, unfortunately. It's because this is becoming a great impending disaster with islands surrounding it, as it did hit the South Shetland Islands. I am sure of that. Ever since that earthquake, we've been tracking this movements of A23a and its hilarious path as it is 62 kilometers, 77 kilometers. I'm not sure if it's up on an angle in the satellite image, so it's not perfectly flat. Or it might have lost some of itself. We see this southern side of this is just rolling this thing around. Many thousands and thousands of tons of water weight frozen. And again, this this is where it is currently. Very interesting. Right. Thank you for your interest in this channel. Take care.